Hello, dear friends. So, over the weekend, I had the opportunity to interact with some emerging leaders about the impact a transformed leader can make. Now, I'd love to share 4 or 5 principles from that presentation with you, but it was during that presentation it occurred to me more clearly than ever that some of you know the recent trending hashtag on social media, Fix the Country, as far as Ghana is concerned. And some, I'll say, rather ill-informed government people counter-tweeted, Fix Yourself. And then that got the citizenry even more infuriated, and on and on and on. The best the government machinery could have done would have been, let us fix it together, something along those lines. But be that as it may, I want to show you from this talk on the impact a transformed leader can make that both sides had it wrong. Both sides had it wrong. I'll tell you why. Now, there are many definitions of leadership. There are over 360 official definitions of leadership. One of my favorites is simple, but it gets the point. One of the simple and yet profound definitions is this: that a leader is a person who influences people to achieve a shared noble purpose. So there are 3 factors involved, 3 P's: a person, people, purpose. A leader is a person who influences people to attain a shared noble purpose. Now the thing is this: the Fix the Country folks are saying there must be a purpose. Fix this certain purpose. Fix this certain vision. Let us see it in infrastructure. Let us see it in all these other ways. No corruption. There's an issue in the society. Fix it. That's the purpose, right? And then the government looks at the people and says, you fix yourselves. If you fix yourself, the purpose will be fixed. Do you see the problem here? But the most important person in this equation is the person. Not the people, not the purpose, the person. Because a leader is the person who influences the people that are supposed to be fixed to do what? Then fix the country, fix the purpose. So you see how important the leader is in the equation. And it seems to me that in a lot of leadership practice and a lot of leadership talk, and I say this, I'm not speaking as a politician, I'm speaking as a student and teacher and practitioner of leadership. Whether it's leadership, corporate leadership, or leadership in the charity space, or leadership in the military with the United Nations. I've done quite a bit of leadership in practice, and I can tell you that this is a principle. There's no going around it. The hashtag really should be Fix the Leaders, because unless the leaders are fixed, unless leaders are transformed, it takes a transformed leader to transform people who then together will transform the society, that purpose, that project that we want to see changed. So we looked, when I was talking with these emerging leaders, we looked at 3 case studies. We looked at one case study 2,000 years ago, the story of Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was the head of the revenue authority, and how corrupt he was, and his encounter with Jesus. When Zacchaeus changed, everything else changed. When he was transformed, in fact, he said, I'm going to give back half, I'm going to pay back anybody I've cheated 4 times, and I'm going to give half of my money to the poor. Can you imagine if all corrupt African leaders and leaders elsewhere all suddenly changed, were transformed, and decided they were going to pay back all those they've cheated 4 times, and we're going to give half of their possessions to the poor? Our societies will change. But that's the power of a transformed leader, the power a transformed leader, the impact a transformed leader can make. That's 2,000 years ago Jesus met Zacchaeus. Then I shared an example 200 years ago of William Wilberforce. You've got to check out that story yourself, because Wilberforce, who became known, synonymous with the abolition of the slave trade, did not start out that way. Yeah, he started out with him being the center, being obsessed with his own giftings, young parliamentarian in his 20s and all of that, until he had an encounter, he had a transformation, he had a transformation, an encounter with Christ, actually, that led to all that he did in his life. So see the impact a transformed leader can make. And then I gave the example of barely 20 years ago, more than that, but I just wanted the beauty of 2,000 years, 200 years, 20 years ago, Nelson Mandela, and the transformation he went through, the fist pumping, and he said his opponents are right in defining or calling him a terrorist, in those early days, leading the military wing of the ANC and all of that. Look at the transformed person that came back from Robben Island and how he steered the country the way he did, the impact a transformed leader can make. So here are the principles. Number one, it takes a transformed leader first to transform a community. And the community may be a family, a church, a neighborhood, a nation, a continent, the world, right? It takes a transformed leader to transform a community. But the thing is, the leader must be transformed first. Second principle. Then the people. Then the project. Then the purpose. Then the community. Whatever else, whatever needs to be fixed. Thirdly, only deeply transformed leaders can deeply transform society. It takes deeply transformed leaders to deeply transform society. I remember, a video I watched of Thabo Mbeki, interacting with President Obasanjo, Paul Kagame, and others, and saying, yes, we want this kind of Africa. Yes, we want an Africa, an Africa free of war, an Africa where women are emancipated, etc. What sort of leaders must we produce to get that kind of Africa? Yes, God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. What sort of leaders must we produce? What sort of person must we produce to influence our people to produce that effect, that result? And of course, from the story of Zacchaeus, from the story of Wilberforce, no one encounters Jesus, truly encounters Jesus, and is not transformed. And the thing is, no one who is truly transformed by Jesus can afford not to transform their society, their environment, their generation. So remember these principles. Fix the country, it's not going to happen. Fix yourself, forget it, it's not going to happen. We've got to fix the leaders. When the leaders are fixed, they will help fix the people, and together they will fix the country. Remember, it takes deeply transformed leaders to deeply transform society. May I be transformed, may you be transformed, so that we can transform others and together transform our cities and countries and continents and our world. Take care. God bless you.